I want to talk about Alex Pereira and what I believe is his superstar status already attained. And if you want to scale that back to star status already attained, then I'm okay with that. But sometimes I think I'm too insulated to have opinions. And other times I think my insulation helps me forge opinions. And when Alex Pereira walks out in Toronto somewhere, the guy's a goddamn rock star. When he was there for a guest fighter at UFC 297, I mean, you would think the president walked in the building, right? I mean, heads turn. And he's only got 7 fights in the UFC. So I pushed out a tweet, and a lot of fans are responding as to whether or not they think he's already attained this status. Most of them sort of are acknowledging him as such. And there are a few different reasons why, Kenny. Some suggesting that maybe he's a skill-specific guy, like Bo Nickel has really resonated with the fans. You know, come from being really elite in one sport, it heightens intrigue. Also, people talking about just, you know, Brazilian Portuguese, right? It endears him to people because he doesn't speak the English language, even though it seems as though he acutely understands it. There are a lot of different reasons why Alex Pereira has resonated with the fan base. And I think he's really worthy as UFC 300 headliner.
I mean, I think it's because he puts people to sleep. This guy is an absolute monster. And, you know, more than anything else, I think that, and people forget about this, and perhaps not every fighter is able to be as featured as someone like Pereira, but the fact that if you're able to stay busy in the UFC, that is huge. That does a lot of your marketing for you. Now, I'm not saying you have to be as active as Cowboy Cerrone was back in the day, but you think Cowboy Cerrone isn't a star because he wasn't like fighting 4 times a year for many years? I mean, that has a lot to do with it. The more you're out there, the more the fans get to see you fight. And if you have that exciting style, and if you're able to put people to sleep like a Pereira, then of course people are going to want to see you fight more. And I think that's what he has going for him. Oh, and also the fact that he's a 2-division champion. So he's a fantastic fighter. Very few people have achieved what he's been able to achieve in the short amount of time that he has achieved it. It's crazy. So yeah, he is that dude, man. He's that badass that walks into a room and he looks scary. He looks the part. That's a dude you do not want to see in a dark alley. He looks the part. He plays the part. And I see him holding on to that belt for a little while, man.
And that says nothing of the way I feel about Jamal Hill as the respected B-side in this equation, the former champion, not quite at the star level of Poatan for myriad reasons, but I absolutely think he can get there. And not unlike Pereira, his fight style leads the dance, right? And he's even talked about this. Just let me go in there and throw hands. You know, imagine if Jamal Hill knocks out Alex Pereira inside 10 minutes at UFC 300. Superstar status attained for him. But you're right. And I think I probably buried the lead. When you put people away the way Sean O'Malley does, the way Ilia Topuria did this past weekend, it only heightens your status. And then when you couple in the activity, which has been a huge cornerstone of Alex Pereira's UFC career, there's just a lot of factors that make him the star that I believe him to be.